What's going on, guys? Welcome to Silent Hill. It's the first game. I adore this game. And I was thinking, do I play on hard? Do I play on normal? We're just going to play on normal. I fucking love the loading screens in this first game. Oh, Harry. Cheryl, where could you be? It's strange. It's quiet, too quiet. This place is like a ghost town. Cheryl. Alright guys, welcome to Silent Hill. We are Harry Mason, as we'll find out here in a bit. This game has been covered and documented thoroughly. I know a lot of people are more familiar with 2, given the remake as of late, but I really adore the vibe of Silent Hill 1. Very interesting development history on it. A bajillion videos, Twin Perfect, Nub Zombie, etc. I'm not going to be that guy to go into extensive detail with those kind of tidbits. I'll bring up pieces of the story that I find interesting that are presented in the game, but outside of that, I feel like those people definitely cover that aspect, much more thoroughly than I. But yeah, we can see this is the car that Harry got out of here. My car, too banged up to drive. Where's Cheryl? I hope she's safe. Obviously not the best parking job in the world, but what can you do when you're trying to swerve off lane to avoid hitting an apparition? The street is blocked. Can't get out of town through here. So yeah, common occurrence in Silent Hill. Very hard to escape due to these very bizarre and uncanny roadblocks, right? Congruent throughout, I'd say, most of the series. With the exception of 2, I think, at the start, where James could leave, but decides not to, but that could be debated. But yeah. Playing this on ye olde Duck Station, which I highly recommend. Otherwise, I think the only digital port of this game available publicly would be the PS3 version, which I own, which from what I understand, comes with its own slew of issues, but via emulation, anything is possible, eh? Oh shit, dude. 7-Eleven or 8 Mart, Infinity Mart. Wonder if there's any text. No, but we can go in here, which is cool.
Cheryl? Is that Cheryl? Where are you going? Hey, wait! Stop!
God, this track is so good. So yeah, I didn't realize that was going to be a buffer to immediately roll into this cutscene. Obviously, the game kind of intends you to cut this street corner. Yeah, obviously we can't go back in the moment because it wants us to go find Cheryl. Technically, this is more of a pseudo first exploration of the town. We're not officially in the game just yet. A lot of these course correction cutscenes really don't want you going out of bounds. But yeah, I don't believe there's anything to collect per se in this first sequence, so we'll just keep rolling. I will be talking about these back alleys extensively because we will be rolling through them again momentarily, but on an aesthetic level, I just adore this game. Beware of dog. What is it? It's obviously some spaghetti on the ground. Iconic camera angles here, replicated in the fun bad Silent Hill movie. I fucking love fixed camera angles. That's strange, it's getting darker. Thankfully, we have the Infinity Zippo. Lighting on the PS1. Obviously enhanced with emulation, but so cool. Got a wheelchair here. Jacob's Ladder, inspiration amidst David Lynch, rest in peace as well. We've seen a lot of that throughout this game. What's this? It's been said before, but playing this game finally with like a nice headset, God, is it enhancing to the experience. Even having beat this game recently, right? So cool.
What is this? What's going on here?
Alright. Oh, fuck. It's all the sperm I've thrown away in my life, for lack of a better term. Coming back to haunt me.
Was I dreaming?
How do you feel?
Oh, like I've been run over by a truck. But I'm all right, I guess.
Glad to hear it. You from around here? Why don't you tell me what happened?
Wait a second, I'm just a tourist. I came here for a vacation. I just got here. I don't know what happened. I'd like to find out myself.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen a little girl? Just turned 7 last month, short, black hair. My daughter.
Sorry. The only person I've seen in this town is you.
Where is everybody?
I'd tell you if I knew, believe me. But from what I can tell, something bizarre's going on. That's all I know. What's your name?
Harry. Harry Mason.
Sybil Bennett. I'm a police officer from Brams, the next town over. The phones are all dead, and the radio too. I'm going back to call in some reinforcements. Hold it. Where do you think you're going?
My daughter. I've got to find her.
No way. It's dangerous out there.
In that case, I need to find her now. Cheryl's my little girl. I can't just leave her out there by herself.
Have you got a gun?
No.
Take this, and hope you don't have to use it. Now listen to me. Before you pull the trigger, know who you're shooting. And don't do it unless you have to. And don't go blasting me by mistake. Got it?
Yeah, thanks.
You do best to stay nearby. I'll be back with help as quick as I can.
All right, Sybil Bennett, absolute queen. And then we have Chad, Harry Mason, Dad of the Year, father unrelenting, here to save his daughter, regardless of this weird shit, eh? But yeah, I love the voice acting in this game. I think it's very odd intentionally. A lot of people bag on it for various reasons, right, here and there. I think it's unwarranted. I think it's all very intentional, but cool interaction there. Now that we met Sybil, I can start bringing up some cool details from that intro, which admittedly does, I think, visually do a lot of illusion that's pretty easy to piece together, but there's some other cool details that are brought up in that FMV that I'll talk about as we progress in this first area of the town. But yeah, so much attention to detail. Pinball machine, nothing unusual, except that pinball is fucking dope. But yeah, there's always a lot of weird micro things you can kind of analyze. I also really like this camera angle coming up right here. So we have a health drink. It's fucking prime energy or some shit. It just heals all your wounds. X Factor. Iconically, the flashlight. And then we also have our map here, which is a pretty core central aspect to Silent Hill. All of these streets are... The fuck was that, eh? I don't know why I'm saying eh so much, like I'm Canadian. I'm from the Midwest. Absolutely unwarranted. But, yeah. Oh, so we have the next Fear save file from me beating the game. I was debating whether I was going to do, like, a New Game Plus run or not, but for this, I figured a fresh save will be more than sufficient. But yeah, these little notepads actually show up again later in the Silent Hill franchise in Silent Hill 3. with notes diegetically written from Harry during this time period. Silent Hill 3 is 17 years later after this, but it's cool that they kind of bring back specific areas and these notes in particular to provide more impact. A lot of retroactive stuff that makes this game pretty cool. A radio. Is it broken? Can't hear anything. Guess we'll just fucking leave it there. No need, right? But let's get out of this piece. Go look for our daughter.
What's that? Huh. Radio. What's going on with that radio?
Oh shit. Alright, so it is now Jurassic Park in this bitch. I don't know why I accidentally opened up the map, but yeah, you can see Bachman, Matheson, Levin. We have Elroy, Bradbury. And then as we get other parts of the map, you'll see a lot of other author and director specific references. I need to pull out the blicky though. Love this inventory system, by the way.
This is not a dream. What's happening to this place?
Might as well grab this. And yeah, so pretty iconic noise to the Silent Hill experience, the radio. Big indicator as to where enemies are, but fun little detail throughout the series. If you turn the radio off, not that, turn the radio and the flashlight off, you can actually be harder to detect amidst dealing with certain enemies, which is pretty cool. Some enemies are blind in the Silent Hill series, so the auditory nature of that can definitely attract them. So cool diegetic detail. Also, I just find I watch like a lot of this is like kind of background noise, which I might presume some people will do with this series A. Fuck, I keep doing that. Why? But I just think it's like a little too distracting, and for me, it kind of overstimulates me auditorily when I have to hear the fucking radio noise, you know, for 15 minutes on end. So I'll spare you guys that. But yeah. Where could Cheryl have gone? Question mark. I guess I'll check that alley again from the dream. But yeah, we got a little highlight here to let us know where we're headed. And since we're starting at the cafe, we're just like a hop and a skip from there. But yeah, with Sybil, I meant to get around to this point before I just started fucking rambling. In the intro FMB, we see that, you know, she passes us. That's where Harry first kind of gets a glance at her, and then her bike is seemingly off to the road. It does look like it crashed, but it's not damaged in a sense, so I think it's like once she passed the threshold of Silent Hill, very similarly to Harry, she was kind of abducted into this dreamscape where reality is very bleh. Is it illusory? I'm obviously trying to use the word illusion in a variant form, but doing a bad job of it. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? So outside of my vocal faux pas there, my inability to form words, use verbal communication in any kind of effective way, we'll continue on. But yeah, we got Queen Burger. I don't believe it is called Queen Burger. I think it's Happy Burger throughout the rest of the series, unless that is a separate chain. But lots of cool little stores here on Bachman Road. We will make our way to the alley momentarily, but as you can see, there's lots of goodies and shit to grab as we explore. But yeah, so these back alleys, right? Pretty common across a lot of different areas in America, but for me specifically, I live in a densely populated city environment, and then I've also lived in suburbia, which this is primarily influenced off of Maine and like a port town, which Silent Hill is, right? And yeah, Stephen King obviously has a very huge overhead in regards to the inspiration of this project. Oh fuck, we got a little pterodactyl motherfucker in here. Since we have a lot of ammo in this game, I'm gonna be pretty liberal about taking enemies down if we can help it. But yeah, I've lived in specific areas with this kind of like back alley garage parking arrangement, and walked down quite a few of them as well in my local community, and I always appreciate the vibe that it brings. I always think of this game. Just shows them coming to the States and, you know, getting a lot of visual first-hand reference for building Silent Hill. Definitely led to like its believability as a American location, in spite of like, you know, looking like a polygonal mess. But yeah, we picked up a key there. Someone fucking hit a nasty 3-pointer with this dog head, but we have the dog head key. Probably needing that for a different location. Yeah, just kind of making our way around. Good to check nook and crannies. There are pretty identifiable, hold up, blast him, Harry. Harry has this, like, funny backstep if you... Alright, there we go. Stomp this motherfucker out in true Silent Hill fashion. Hit him with the black Air Force Ones. But yeah, if you aim, he has this, what is it? What button do I have to press? You can strafe, right, and backstep and shoot, which is cool, comparative to Resident Evil. But I thought he has, what's the... X is the shooting button, right? What's my... Triangle is our map. I forgot, Oh yeah, it's square. It's the running button, right? So... You can't do that while you're in aim mode. But yeah, he's got this like funny little backstep. It's Korean backdash. But yeah, what do we got here? You kind of fuck with the camera a little bit. Food and liquor, all the essentials. Yeah, you might be tempted to go into a lot of these buildings, but in reality, a majority of them are not accessible, and sometimes you'll get a little flavor text as well, letting you know all the thoughts of our main protagonist here, Harry Mason. But yeah, there are things to grab as we run around here. We obviously do want to head back to the alley, but we will make our way there in time. You'd be surprised, like, oh, fuck me. You do go through Silent Hill a fair bit, but there are a lot more heavily featured locations, which obviously make up kind of your dungeons or your level progression. So running through the town is, you know, not as prevalent as you would think it would be. Some blood on this mailbox here. Or it's just casting a heavy shadow. Yeah, just taking time to appreciate the nuance and the detail a little bit. Oh fuck. We also got a doggo here. A common enemy throughout the Silent Hill franchise. Probably a doghouse, though. I'm not sure since there's no dog around. A pretty iconic frame in this franchise, yeah. Nothing in particular around except this dead-ass dog that we just gunned down. But yeah, this location is where we're going to be heading at some point. It's currently locked. Didn't mean to fall there. I haven't actually seen that animation too many times, so it's kind of cute. But yeah. Funny how we hit this liminal ambient shit all the way back in the 90s, and now it's become this big proponent or revered thing about Silent Hill, as it should be, and as it was. Doghouse, 11th Street. Picking up some notes here. I thought you can interact with these as well. I guess not. But yeah, kind of redirecting us to the doghouse at that point. We will be collecting additional keys to get into that location, but I'm curious, now that you grab that note, I wonder if it spawns the key there. There are some other areas we have to go to as well. Let me check our map. Yeah, so we'll actually make our way back down 11th Street this way, as we'll head to the alley. Got the bookstore here, pretty bitchin'. Pharmacy, fish and shit, whatever the fuck that place was. There's also a Mexican restaurant somewhere in Silent Hill, so you know that food's bussin', you know that shit's hitting. The Silent Hill abuelitas that are holding it down. And here we are back at the progenitor of the game, eh? This first alley. This time we will thankfully not be jumped by a slew of children with knives. A child is already horrifying in and of itself, but a child with a knife, a weapon? Alright. To school.
Isn't this Cheryl's sketchbook? She's at the school.
Alright, now we have a additional area. We want to get to Midwich. Also find a pretty iconic weapon here. The steel pipe. We'll be using that quite a bit. And then, I love this book. So this book actually shows up in that that preliminary cutscene as well. You can see Cheryl holding it, but this sketchbook cover, this picture, it's me. There's a fantastic illustration where it shows a reverse shot of Harry and his face drawn with this proportion. It's pretty fucking funny. Yes, obviously. That's Harry Mason. The first picture that Cheryl drew in the sketchbook that I gave her on her 5th birthday. Also, I'm insulting the illustrative powder of a 5-year-old, but, you know. What did Fletcher say in Whiplash? The most dangerous words in the human language are good job. Don't want to get her hopes up. Positive reinforcement when a notion. But yeah. To Midwich we go. I will be running past some enemies as well because, you know, thankfully you can do that in this game. And though Harry Mason is all about that smoke, not my first priority. So actually, let's took a right. I believe we're heading the right direction now, yeah. Head towards Bachman Street or Road. Then go to the convenience store we were trying to go to beforehand. Also, get this dude out of the sky. Probably pop a health drink after this too. Get fucking flatline, nerd. Give him the boot. And then yeah, I'm getting a subtle coochie single letting me know that we have taken some damage, and Harry could use a fucking protein shake to rejuvenate himself. Get a little signposting. Dude, we're back at 7-Eleven. I don't know why that pterodactyl or whatever the fuck was jorking it in the corner, but, you know, free to do with whatever he feels like, I guess. We got another save point here, but we'll grab the goodies present in the convenience store. Got some more prime energy here. And then a med kit as well, or first aid kit rather. Pretty powerful healing source. And one more for the road. And yeah, we'll hit a save here as well. Might as well. But yeah, little minor detail, little area that a lot of people pass up, but obviously the incentive being the amount of supplies that's in there, but also cool just to see the interior and how it's modeled, especially considering you're not really going to be in there for very long, realistically, right? But yeah, now we're back at the crash site. Yeah. And there is a health drink here, which I didn't realize. It's cool. Nice little incentive to recheck that area, I suppose. Silent Hill, notoriously throughout all of the games, is pretty generous with the amount of supplies you have, even on the harder difficulties, but you're really here for the story. The gameplay is pretty secondary, and I feel like when there's an immense focus on it, comparatively, kind of backfires, a la Homecoming or Downpour. I guess the SH2 remake has more impactful and, you know, enjoyable gameplay, which I'm sure is fine, but that was never something I really gave a shit about, especially in regards to this game. But, you know, I could see how it's argued as a survival horror title. It's not too strenuous about the resource management part. You're here for the vibes, though. Oh, fuck. Yeah, hopefully you guys are cool with just chilling with me as we do this little cleanup here. We'll head back to the doghouse. It's across the street. And then we'll make our rounds to go get the other keys. But yeah, otherwise, when we return to Silent Hill, or at least this area, it's going to be much darker, so legibility is going to be a bit of an issue. So yeah, once we find that note, lo and behold, there's a house key, and now we can head in here. And yeah, this is going to be our barrier to entry before we head to Midwich, in a sense. We have additional supplies in here as well. But yeah, cool little home, very cozy. It's a big ass fucking kettle. French press or some shit. Look at this fucking godly CRTV. Thing's a absolute lad. Huge lad. All right. And then as we attempt to go through this door, we did have the key of the woodman, so that's what we picked up with the dog head. So we actually did get one of these. There are 2 locks though. And lo and behold, we have another map here. Keys for the Eclipse. Something is written and hanging on the wall. copied it to the map. So yeah, now we have our other locations. It's going to be over at Elroy Street, and then we were actually pretty close to the other one. I should have stopped over there after we went to the convenience store, but I get turned around pretty easily in this game, as you will see. But yeah, we'll go grab those keys, and then when we return to this area, we'll probably wrap it up for the first video. But if you guys are still watching, I appreciate it. Or if you're passed out, hopefully my sultry tones and Silent Hill is the natural chemical you need to help lull you to sleep. Dramamine be damned. Alright, yeah, so we'll head back down this way, grab the one. I believe this one's going to be in the back of a police car, if I remember correctly. And then the other key is just down the way to Finley. Yeah, even this just running through a pretty vacant area, right? Not a lot of texture variance, but the environment and the ambience they cultivated, especially with the technical limitations they had, obviously being depth of field and rendering certain areas, hence the fog, fits atmospherically so well that really kind of put this as a game apart between Resident Evil in regards to the kind of distinctive qualities. Replenish our ammo supply here, and then we got the key of the lion. I think some flavor text for the road? No? What about the car? Nada. Alright. Alright, so we got one more key to grab here, and then we'll be all square to start making our way to Midwich. Look for Cheryl. I figured today was a pretty cool day to start playing some Silent Hill because I did really want to cover these games at some point. And it's raining a lot. It's very foggy. Seemed fitting. Overcast is kind of my favorite weather. I'm obviously very introverted, and that shit is just very zen to me. Listening to rain hit the window and shit, that's serenity as far as I'm concerned. It's very shanty board. We gotta walk. I hate that it's like broken off right there too. It's not very assuring. But we have another key. It's the key of the scarecrow. Alright, and we'll grab this health back. And we are good to make our way back to 11th Street, and we can get past that door. One thing I really like too is the reservation with the music. I think just letting it sit with the quiet. You know, there is a little bit of an ambience track in the background, but otherwise all you would be hearing is the radio static and then the noises of the enemies respectively, right? So not having kind of a repetitive track that would definitely wane on you, depending on if you were taking your time or not, is definitely to the benefit of this first game. I have that issue a lot with some JRPGs, and especially dependent if they... Oh wait, I'm going the wrong fucking way. If they have soundtracks or battle tracks that you can vary or change depending if you have to grind a lot. But then, you know, there's some music you can listen to indefinitely. Like, the soundtracks of these games are obviously anything, you know, fucking Jasper Kidd or the guy that did Skyrim fucking made. Is it on this side? It's on the opposite side, yeah. Oh, I'm not even... You see what I mean? Like, I get so fucking turned around in everything, even though realistically I shouldn't be. You know, I'm just kind of an idiot. But I appreciate you guys bearing with me. We'll finally escape this first area and progress onwards. I'm sure some people are laughing, right? You definitely can not speedrun per se, but get through this first area in like 10 minutes if you're pretty diligent about where you're going. But I'm just trying to chill. I'm just trying to vibe. You know, the hills are silent, but the weed is loud. Juke this dude out. Absolutely insane movement. You can see my years of playing Tekken have paid off. Given how evasive I've become. But yeah, we're going to drop a save right here. And then when we come back, we will open this door and progress onwards to the fears present in Silent Hill. But appreciate you guys watching so far. We're going to let Harry catch a breath here. I'm going to do the same, and we'll see you in the next episode. But you guys have a great day.